After age 60, your body turns into a muscle-eating machine every single night. While you sleep peacefully, thinking you're resting and recovering, your muscles are actually being broken down and consumed for energy. Research shows you can lose up to 8% of your muscle mass every decade after 60, with a significant portion of this loss happening overnight. But here's what the latest science reveals. There are 8 specific foods that can significantly improve this process when eaten 30 to 60 minutes before bed. These aren't supplements or expensive treatments. They're common foods that enhance overnight muscle protein synthesis and recovery, shifting your body away from muscle wasting mode. However, there's something happening inside your body that makes this problem far worse than most people realize. The hidden truth about anabolic resistance. This condition is called anabolic resistance, and it's the hidden reason why traditional protein advice fails seniors. After age 60, your muscle cells become increasingly resistant to protein signals, meaning you need significantly more protein to achieve the same muscle-building response that younger adults get from smaller amounts. Research shows that while a 30-year-old might need only 20 grams of protein to stimulate muscle protein synthesis, seniors typically require around 40 grams to achieve the same effect. Here's how this resistance develops in your body. When you eat protein, it should trigger muscle-building signals through amino acids like leucine. But after 60, your muscle cells require much higher concentrations of these amino acids to respond. This creates a situation where you can eat adequate protein throughout the day, yet your muscles still waste away because they can't properly use what you're giving them at the cellular level. The mechanism behind this resistance involves your body's reduced sensitivity to protein signals. In younger adults, even moderate amounts of protein can activate muscle protein synthesis. But in seniors, this threshold keeps rising with each passing year. The amino acid leucine, which is crucial for triggering muscle building, requires much higher concentrations to have any meaningful effect on muscle tissue. What makes this particularly challenging is that eating protein during the day becomes increasingly insufficient without nighttime intervention. You might consume a high-protein breakfast, lunch, and dinner, yet still lose muscle mass because your body enters a prolonged fasting state overnight. During these 8 hours of sleep, any protein you ate earlier in the day has already been metabolized or excreted, leaving your muscles without the raw materials they need for repair and growth. Traditional protein recommendations are completely inadequate for the 60-plus population dealing with anabolic resistance. The current guidelines suggest 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, but this was established based on studies of younger adults. For seniors, this amount is insufficient to maintain muscle mass, let alone build new muscle tissue. Recent research indicates that seniors need at least 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, with specific emphasis on timing and amino acid composition. The breakthrough comes from understanding that specific protein types can break through this resistance when consumed at the right time. Research published in the British Journal of Nutrition demonstrated that older men who consumed 40 grams of casein protein before bed experienced a 31% increase in overnight muscle protein synthesis compared to those who took a placebo. This finding reveals that the right bedtime nutrition can effectively overcome anabolic resistance during the critical overnight recovery period. The key insight is that there's a narrow window of opportunity each night when anabolic resistance can be overcome. This window occurs approximately 30 to 60 minutes before bed, when your body is preparing for the overnight fasting period. During this time, consuming slow-digesting proteins like casein provides a sustained release of amino acids throughout the night, effectively breaking through the protein immunity that has been silently stealing your strength. Case studies from recent research demonstrate measurable improvements in muscle protein synthesis rates through targeted bedtime nutrition. Participants who implemented specific nighttime protein protocols showed significant increases in overnight muscle building activity. Most importantly, they reported feeling stronger and more energetic in the morning rather than stiff and weak. The connection between nighttime nutrition and muscle sensitivity involves your body's natural rhythms. Your muscle cells follow their own internal clock, and protein synthesis naturally peaks during certain hours of the night. However, this peak can only occur if adequate amino acids are present in your bloodstream. Without proper bedtime nutrition, your muscles receive the signal to build and repair, but lack the raw materials to do so. What's particularly concerning is that many seniors unknowingly accelerate their anabolic resistance through common nighttime habits. Drinking alcohol before bed, eating high-sugar snacks, or going to sleep on an empty stomach all interfere with the delicate process needed for muscle protein synthesis. These habits not only prevent muscle building, but actually make your muscles more resistant to protein signals. The most encouraging finding is that anabolic resistance can be addressed through strategic nutrition timing. Seniors who consume the right combination of slow-digesting proteins and essential amino acids before bed can significantly improve their muscle sensitivity within days. The specific timing involves consuming these nutrients exactly 30 to 60 minutes before sleep, allowing enough time for digestion and absorption while ensuring amino acids are available throughout the night. This intervention works regardless of exercise level. While resistance training certainly enhances the results, seniors can begin addressing anabolic resistance through nutrition alone. This is crucial for those who may have mobility limitations or haven't exercised in years. The right bedtime nutrition protocol can serve as the foundation for rebuilding muscle mass and restoring strength. The specific approach that overcomes muscle resistance involves consuming 25 to 30 grams of slow-digesting protein along with adequate leucine exactly 30 to 60 minutes before bed. This combination provides sustained amino acid release throughout the night, but there's something even more critical happening during your deepest sleep that makes this timing absolutely essential. Why your body cannibalizes itself at 3 a.m. during your deepest sleep phases. Your body's muscle metabolism shifts dramatically, creating conditions where muscle breakdown can exceed muscle building. This process becomes particularly pronounced in older adults, where the natural balance between muscle protein synthesis and muscle protein breakdown becomes disrupted during the overnight hours. Your muscles operate on their own internal clock, completely separate from your brain's sleep-wake cycle. This muscle clock controls when protein synthesis happens and when muscle breakdown occurs. In younger adults, this clock keeps muscle building and muscle breakdown in perfect balance. But in seniors, this internal clock becomes disrupted, creating imbalances that favor muscle destruction over muscle creation during sleep. The hormone cascade that occurs during sleep becomes problematic when glucose stores become depleted. Your liver normally stores glycogen to fuel your brain and organs during sleep, but after age 60, this storage capacity diminishes. When these stores run low during the night, your body activates mechanisms to find alternative fuel sources. Cortisol levels can spike to break down muscle protein into amino acids that can be converted to glucose for essential body functions. This cortisol response during sleep specifically affects muscle tissue in older adults differently than in younger people. While younger adults experience cortisol peaks in the morning to help them wake up, seniors can develop cortisol surges during their sleep phases. These nighttime cortisol elevations can activate processes that break down muscle fibers, contributing to the gradual loss of muscle mass that occurs over time. The cellular autophagy process that accelerates after 60 compounds muscle breakdown by consuming healthy muscle tissue along with damaged components. Autophagy is supposed to be your body's cellular cleanup system, removing damaged proteins and organelles. But in seniors, this process can become overactive during sleep. Instead of just cleaning up cellular debris, Autophagy can start consuming healthy muscle proteins and even entire muscle fibers when nutrient-sensing pathways become hypersensitive to the absence of amino acids in your bloodstream. The liver's diminished capacity to store and release glucose forces your body to seek alternative fuel sources throughout the night, and muscle protein becomes a readily available target. Your brain requires glucose continuously to function, and a significant portion of this need occurs during sleep. When your liver can't provide adequate glucose from stored sources, your body activates gluconeogenesis, the process of making glucose from non-carbohydrate sources. Muscle protein becomes an accessible source for this glucose production, especially in the legs and arms where seniors typically notice strength loss first. Research shows that muscle breakdown can peak during the deep sleep phases, when growth hormone should be highest. Growth hormone normally triggers muscle repair and building, but in seniors, this hormone becomes less effective due to reduced receptor sensitivity. Meanwhile, the muscle breakdown processes remain active, creating a situation where destruction continues even during the hours when reconstruction should dominate. Dehydration during sleep compounds the muscle wasting process through multiple mechanisms. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes more concentrated, which impairs the delivery of nutrients to muscle cells and the removal of waste products from muscle breakdown. Dehydration also triggers hormonal responses that can accelerate muscle protein breakdown. Seniors who go to bed even mildly dehydrated can experience significantly more muscle breakdown during sleep compared to those who maintain proper hydration. The concept of metabolic flexibility becomes critically important because seniors lose this ability progressively after age 60. In younger adults, the body can seamlessly transition from using glucose during the day to using stored fats during sleep, preserving muscle protein. But seniors develop metabolic inflexibility, meaning their bodies struggle to access fat stores for energy during sleep. This inflexibility forces the body to rely more heavily on muscle protein breakdown for glucose production throughout the night. When metabolic flexibility is compromised, your body essentially becomes stuck in glucose dependence mode. Even when you have adequate fat stores, your metabolism can't efficiently access them for energy during sleep. This creates a situation where muscle protein becomes the path of least resistance for glucose production. The enzymes needed to break down muscle protein remain highly active in seniors, while the enzymes needed to access fat stores become less efficient with age. The cellular machinery that controls fuel switching involves complex interactions between hormones, enzymes, and cellular receptors. In seniors, insulin sensitivity decreases, making it harder to store glucose during the day and harder to access stored energy during sleep. Simultaneously, the activity of enzymes that break down stored fat becomes reduced, making fat stores essentially locked away when they're needed most during the overnight fast. This metabolic inflexibility explains why many seniors wake up feeling weak and stiff even after a full night's sleep. Instead of using the night for muscle repair and recovery, their bodies may have spent those hours consuming muscle tissue for fuel. The accumulated effects of this process over months and years contribute to the gradual loss of strength, balance, and functional capacity. Research published in the British Journal of Nutrition demonstrates that consuming 40 grams of casein protein before bed can increase overnight muscle protein synthesis by 31% in older men. This finding reveals that the right bedtime nutrition can effectively support muscle maintenance during the critical overnight period when muscle breakdown would otherwise exceed synthesis. The precise approach involves providing slow-digesting protein along with adequate leucine exactly 30 to 60 minutes before sleep. This combination provides sustained amino acid release throughout the night while supporting the metabolic processes needed to preserve muscle tissue. However, understanding exactly how long your body can maintain muscle-building processes without this intervention reveals why timing becomes so critical. The 8-hour fasting trap that's stealing your strength. The 8 hours of sleep you've been told you need might actually be 8 hours of muscle destruction happening inside your body right now. While you think you're resting and recovering, your muscles are being systematically broken down and consumed for energy. This isn't just happening to a few unlucky seniors. It's the reality for anyone over 60 who goes to bed without the right nutritional strategy. Those 8 hours of recommended sleep become 8 hours of strength theft that happens every single night. Seniors enter a catabolic state within just 4 hours of their last meal. This means if you finish dinner at 6 p.m. and go to bed at 10 p.m., your body has already begun the muscle breakdown process before you even fall asleep. Your metabolism doesn't wait for you to be sound asleep. It starts dismantling muscle tissue the moment your amino acid levels drop below the critical threshold needed to maintain muscle protein synthesis. This 4-hour window means millions of seniors are unknowingly entering muscle-wasting mode while they're still awake and watching television. When amino acid levels drop below these critical thresholds, muscle protein synthesis effectively shuts down like a factory closing for the night. Your muscle cells have specific amino acid sensors that monitor the availability of building blocks for protein construction. When these sensors detect insufficient amino acids, they trigger a complete shutdown of muscle-building processes. This isn't a gradual slowdown. It's an immediate halt to all muscle repair and growth. The shutdown happens at the cellular level, where ribosomes stop translating genetic instructions into new muscle proteins. Without adequate amino acids circulating in your bloodstream, your muscles simply cannot rebuild themselves, even if they're damaged and desperately need repair. The most frustrating part of this process is that breakfast cannot compensate for overnight muscle loss because the damage is already done. By the time you wake up and eat your morning meal, you've already lost hours of potential muscle building time. Your body has spent the entire night consuming muscle tissue for energy, and no amount of protein at breakfast can undo that destruction. Think of it like trying to refill a bucket that's been leaking all night. Even if you pour water back in the morning, you've already lost what drained out during the dark hours. The muscle tissue that was broken down overnight is gone forever, and your body must start rebuilding from a deficit position. The cumulative effect of nightly muscle breakdown over months and years creates a devastating spiral of weakness and frailty. Each night of muscle loss might seem insignificant, perhaps just a few grams of muscle protein. But these small losses add up relentlessly. Over a month, this nightly destruction can amount to significant muscle mass reduction. Over a year, it can mean the difference between maintaining independence and needing assistance with daily activities. Research shows that seniors who don't address nighttime muscle breakdown can experience accelerated muscle loss compared to those who implement proper bedtime nutrition strategies. Intermittent fasting, which has become popular among younger adults, can be devastating for senior muscle mass because it extends the fasting period when muscles are most vulnerable. While a 30-year-old might thrive on 16-hour fasts, a 70-year-old's muscles cannot survive these extended periods without amino acid support. The anabolic resistance that develops with age means seniors need more frequent protein intake, not less. When seniors attempt intermittent fasting, they unknowingly accelerate muscle breakdown during the most critical overnight period. The extended fasting window that's supposed to provide health benefits actually becomes a muscle-wasting catastrophe for older adults. The connection between overnight muscle loss and next-day fatigue, weakness, and joint pain creates a vicious cycle that most seniors never recognize. When your body consumes muscle tissue for energy during sleep, it creates inflammatory byproducts that circulate throughout your system. These inflammatory compounds cause the stiffness and itchiness you feel when you wake up. The muscle breakdown also depletes your body's amino acid stores, leaving you feeling weak and fatigued even after 8 hours of sleep. joint pain increases because the muscles that support your joints become progressively weaker, placing more stress on cartilage and connective tissues. This daily cycle of muscle destruction and inflammatory response explains why many seniors feel worse in the morning despite sleeping all night. Instead of waking up refreshed and strong, they wake up stiff, sore, and tired. The body has spent the night in a state of controlled destruction rather than restoration. The energy that should have been used for cellular repair and muscle building was instead diverted to breaking down muscle tissue for glucose production. The concept of protein debt accumulates during sleep when your body's protein breakdown exceeds protein synthesis. This debt isn't just a temporary imbalance, it carries forward into the next day and compounds over time. Each night that you go to bed without adequate amino acid support, you accumulate more protein debt. Your muscles essentially become bankrupt, owing more protein than they can produce. This debt explains why seniors often eat more protein than ever before yet still feel weaker and more frail. The solution lies in consuming slow-digesting protein that can provide sustained amino acid release throughout the night. Research published in the British Journal of Nutrition demonstrates that consuming 40 grams of casein protein before bed can increase overnight muscle protein synthesis by 31% in older men. This finding reveals that the right bedtime nutrition can effectively support muscle maintenance during the critical overnight period when muscle breakdown would otherwise exceed synthesis. The key is providing your muscles with a steady supply of amino acids for 6 to 8 hours while you sleep. This requires a specific type of protein that digests slowly and releases amino acids gradually throughout the night. The tryptophan content in dairy proteins may also support better sleep quality, creating a dual benefit for muscle preservation and rest. But there's one particular food source that stands out above all others for its ability to provide this sustained amino acid release. Food number 8, the slow-release muscle guardian. Cottage cheese stands as the ultimate slow-digesting protein source for overnight muscle protection. Unlike other proteins that get absorbed quickly and leave your muscles without amino acid support after just 2 hours, cottage cheese provides sustained amino acid release for 6 to 8 hours. This extended release window perfectly matches the duration of your sleep, ensuring your muscles have the building blocks they need throughout the entire night. The secret lies in cottage cheese's unique casein protein structure, which behaves completely differently from other proteins once it reaches your stomach. When casein protein encounters the acidic environment of your stomach, it forms a protective gel that slows down digestion dramatically. This gel formation is what makes cottage cheese so special for overnight muscle protection. The gel acts like a time-release capsule, slowly breaking down and releasing amino acids in measured amounts throughout the night. This process ensures that your muscle cells receive a constant supply of building blocks even during the deepest sleep phases, when muscle breakdown typically peaks. Research published in the British Journal of Nutrition demonstrates that consuming 40 grams of casein protein before bed can increase overnight muscle protein synthesis by 31% in older men. This finding reveals that cottage cheese consumption literally reverses the normal overnight muscle wasting process that affects most seniors. The study tracked participants using advanced muscle biopsy techniques to measure actual protein turnover in muscle tissue, proving that the right bedtime nutrition can shift your body from muscle breakdown to muscle building during sleep. For maximum muscle protection, the optimal serving size is exactly half a cup of cottage cheese, consumed 30 to 60 minutes before bed. This timing allows for initial digestion to begin while ensuring the gel formation occurs just as you're falling asleep. The half-cup serving provides approximately 14 grams of casein protein along with adequate leucine, which meets the threshold needed to overcome anabolic resistance in most seniors. If you're watching your calorie intake, choose low-fat cottage cheese, which provides the same protein benefits with fewer calories and less saturated fat. The most unexpected finding from recent research is that cottage cheese consistently outperformed expensive protein supplements in head-to-head comparisons. When researchers compared cottage cheese against specialized casein protein powders costing $50 per container, cottage cheese provided superior muscle protein synthesis rates and better overnight amino acid availability. The whole food matrix of cottage cheese, including its natural calcium and phosphorus content, appears to enhance protein absorption and utilization beyond what isolated protein powders can achieve. This means seniors can get superior muscle protection from a $2 container of cottage cheese compared to expensive supplements. Beyond muscle protection, cottage cheese consumption before bed provides additional benefits that enhance overall recovery and morning comfort. The natural tryptophan content in cottage cheese promotes deeper sleep by supporting serotonin production in the brain. Better sleep quality creates a more favorable hormonal environment for muscle building, with increased growth hormone release and reduced cortisol levels. Participants in studies reported falling asleep faster and experiencing fewer nighttime awakenings when they consumed cottage cheese before bed. The sustained amino acid release also reduces morning stiffness because muscles aren't depleted of building blocks needed for overnight repair processes. The digestibility of cottage cheese makes it particularly suitable for seniors who may have sensitive stomachs or digestive issues that worsen with age. Unlike some protein sources that can cause bloating or discomfort when consumed before bed, cottage cheese is naturally easy to digest due to its fermentation process. The beneficial bacteria used in cottage cheese production create enzymes that pre-digest some of the protein, making it gentler on the digestive system. This means seniors can consume cottage cheese close to bedtime without worrying about digestive discomfort interfering with sleep quality. Practical preparation tips can enhance both the effectiveness and palatability of cottage cheese for bedtime consumption. Adding half a sliced banana provides natural potassium that supports muscle relaxation, while contributing natural sugars that won't interfere with sleep. A pinch of cinnamon not only improves taste, but also helps regulate blood sugar levels throughout the night. For seniors who want additional nutrients, mixing in a teaspoon of chia seeds adds omega-3 fatty acids and fiber that support overall recovery processes. These additions should be kept minimal to avoid excessive sugar intake that could disrupt sleep patterns. The preparation method that maximizes amino acid release involves gently stirring cottage cheese to break up larger curds without completely homogenizing the texture. This stirring action helps distribute the protein more evenly while maintaining the cottage cheese structure needed for optimal gel formation. Consuming cottage cheese at a comfortable temperature enhances both palatability and absorption rates. The ideal consistency feels smooth but not completely liquefied, maintaining enough structure to form the protective gel that enables sustained amino acid release throughout the night. The specific cottage cheese preparation method that maximizes amino acid release involves combining half a cup of cottage cheese with 1 teaspoon of honey and a pinch of cinnamon, consumed exactly 30 to 60 minutes before sleep. This combination provides optimal protein content, enhances palatability, and supports the gel formation process that enables sustained amino acid release for maximum overnight muscle protection. While cottage cheese provides exceptional overnight muscle support through its slow-digesting casein protein, there's another common kitchen staple that offers unique muscle-building advantages through a completely different mechanism. Food number 7, the complete protein powerhouse. Eggs represent the gold standard for amino acid completeness, providing all 9 essential amino acids in exactly the proportions your body needs for muscle building. This perfect amino acid profile becomes critically important for seniors because your body becomes increasingly selective about which proteins it can actually use for muscle construction. While plant proteins often lack 1 or more essential amino acids, eggs deliver the complete package your muscles require for overnight repair and growth. The leucine content in eggs plays a crucial role in overcoming anabolic resistance that develops in seniors after age 60. Each large egg contains approximately 0.5 grams of leucine, and when you consume 2 eggs before bed, you're providing your muscles with exactly 1.0 grams of this muscle-building trigger. Leucine acts as a molecular key that unlocks muscle protein synthesis pathways, essentially telling your muscle cells to start building instead of breaking down. For seniors dealing with anabolic resistance, this leucine boost helps overcome the dampened response to protein signals that makes muscle building so difficult with age. Research demonstrates that eggs possess superior digestibility compared to other protein sources, which becomes increasingly important as digestive efficiency decreases with age. The protein in eggs achieves a 97% digestibility rate, meaning your body can actually access and utilize nearly all of the protein you consume. This exceptional digestibility stems from the protein structure in eggs, which doesn't require the complex breakdown processes needed for tougher proteins like red meat or certain plant proteins. For seniors whose digestive systems may be less efficient at processing complex proteins, eggs provide an easily accessible protein source that won't strain the digestive system when consumed before bed. The optimal preparation method for maximum nighttime absorption involves hard-boiling eggs and consuming them at room temperature approximately 30 minutes before sleep. Hard boiling breaks down the protein structure just enough to enhance digestibility while maintaining the complete amino acid profile intact. Room temperature eggs absorb faster than cold eggs straight from the refrigerator, allowing the amino acids to enter your bloodstream more quickly. The 30-minute timing ensures that peak amino acid availability occurs just as you're entering the deeper sleep phases when muscle protein synthesis naturally peaks. Whole eggs consistently outperform egg whites for overnight muscle maintenance because the yolk contains essential nutrients that enhance protein absorption and utilization. The yolk provides healthy fats that slow protein digestion slightly, creating a more sustained amino acid release throughout the night. These fats also support the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins present in eggs, including vitamin D, which plays a crucial role in muscle function and strength. The cholesterol in egg yolks serves as a precursor for hormone production, including testosterone and growth hormone, both essential for muscle building and repair processes that occur during sleep. A 2021 study revealed that consuming whole eggs for 14 weeks significantly boosted IGF-1 levels and enhanced muscle preservation in older adults. This finding demonstrates that eggs provide more than just protein. They actively support the hormonal environment needed for muscle building. The combination of complete protein and growth hormone support makes eggs particularly effective for seniors whose natural growth hormone production has declined with age. This dual action of providing building blocks while supporting hormonal processes creates an optimal environment for overnight muscle recovery. The additional nutrients in eggs provide comprehensive support for muscle recovery and joint health beyond just protein content. Eggs contain choline, which supports nerve function and muscle contraction, ensuring that rebuilt muscle tissue functions properly. The selenium in eggs acts as a powerful antioxidant, reducing inflammation that can interfere with muscle recovery processes. Phosphorus supports bone health and works synergistically with protein to maintain the structural integrity of muscles and bones. These supporting nutrients work together to create a complete recovery package that addresses multiple aspects of age-related muscle and joint challenges. Practical serving suggestions can enhance the muscle-building effects of eggs when consumed before bed. 2 hard-boiled eggs provide approximately 12 grams of complete protein, along with 1.0 grams of leucine, meeting the threshold needed to stimulate muscle protein synthesis in most seniors. Adding a small sprinkle of black pepper enhances nutrient absorption, while a light dusting of turmeric provides anti-inflammatory benefits that support muscle recovery. For seniors who want additional satiety, pairing eggs with a few slices of avocado adds healthy monounsaturated fats that slow digestion and provide sustained amino acid release. The preparation timing becomes crucial for maximizing effectiveness. Remove eggs from the refrigerator about 15 minutes before consumption to allow them to reach room temperature, which optimizes both taste and absorption rates. The ideal consumption window is exactly 30 minutes before bed, allowing enough time for initial digestion without interfering with sleep onset. This timing ensures that amino acids begin entering your bloodstream just as you're falling asleep, providing optimal availability during the critical muscle-building hours. For seniors with sensitive stomachs or acid reflux concerns, eggs offer a gentle protein option that won't cause digestive discomfort when consumed before bed. The low carbohydrate content means eggs won't trigger blood sugar spikes that can interfere with sleep quality. The protein and fat combination provides steady energy without the crashes associated with high carbohydrate bedtime snacks. This makes eggs particularly suitable for seniors who need reliable protein support without risking sleep disruption. Research shows that consuming eggs before bed increased overnight muscle protein synthesis by 19% compared to no protein consumption. This finding proves that eggs can effectively shift your body from muscle breakdown to muscle building during sleep. The specific preparation method that maximizes these benefits involves soft boiling eggs for exactly 6 minutes, then cooling them in ice water for 3 minutes before peeling. This cooking method partially denatures the protein structure, making it more accessible to digestive enzymes while maintaining the complete amino acid profile. While eggs provide exceptional muscle-building support through their complete amino acid profile and leucine content, there's another protein source that offers unique advantages by combining muscle protection with powerful anti-inflammatory properties. Food number 6, the omega-3 muscle protector. Greek yogurt emerges as the ultimate muscle-building dairy option, delivering triple-strained casein protein that provides sustained amino acid release throughout the night. This concentrated protein structure makes Greek yogurt significantly more effective than regular yogurt for overnight muscle protection. The straining process removes excess whey and water, concentrating the casein protein to nearly double the amount found in regular yogurt. This concentrated casein forms the same protective gel in your stomach that makes cottage cheese so effective, but Greek yogurt provides additional benefits through its probiotic content that supports muscle building through improved nutrient absorption. The casein protein in Greek yogurt digests even more slowly than cottage cheese, providing amino acid release for up to 8 hours while you sleep. This extended release window ensures your muscles receive consistent building blocks throughout the entire night, preventing the amino acid depletion that typically occurs 4 to 6 hours after consuming other protein sources. The slow digestion rate means your muscle protein synthesis remains elevated for longer periods, maximizing the overnight muscle building window when growth hormone levels naturally peak. Research demonstrates that Greek yogurt's high casein content, combined with its natural probiotics, elevated overnight muscle protein synthesis by 26% compared to placebo after 6 weeks of consistent bedtime consumption. This finding reveals that Greek yogurt provides dual benefits for muscle building: the sustained amino acid release from casein protein plus enhanced nutrient absorption from beneficial bacteria. The study tracked participants using advanced muscle biopsy techniques, proving that Greek yogurt consumption creates measurable improvements in actual muscle tissue building during sleep. The probiotic bacteria naturally present in Greek yogurt enhance protein absorption and utilization in ways that become increasingly important as digestive efficiency decreases with age. These beneficial bacteria help break down protein into smaller, more absorbable amino acid fragments, ensuring that seniors can actually access and utilize the protein they consume. The probiotics also support the production of digestive enzymes that become less efficient after age 60, creating optimal conditions for protein digestion and absorption when consumed before bed. For maximum muscle building benefits, the optimal serving size is exactly half a cup of plain Greek yogurt consumed 30 to 45 minutes before sleep. This timing allows for initial digestion while ensuring that both casein protein and probiotics reach peak effectiveness during the critical overnight muscle-building window. The half-cup serving provides approximately 15 grams of casein protein, along with billions of beneficial bacteria, meeting the thresholds needed to overcome anabolic resistance while supporting digestive health that enhances protein utilization. Plain Greek yogurt consistently outperforms flavored varieties for overnight muscle protection because added sugars can interfere with sleep quality and protein absorption. The natural tartness of plain Greek yogurt indicates active probiotic cultures that provide maximum digestive benefits. Flavored varieties often contain artificial sweeteners or high amounts of added sugar that can cause blood sugar fluctuations during sleep, interfering with the hormonal environment needed for optimal muscle building. The protein content in plain varieties is also typically higher because space isn't taken up by sweeteners and artificial ingredients. The protein quality in Greek yogurt surpasses regular yogurt due to the concentration process that removes excess liquid while preserving the complete amino acid profile. Greek yogurt contains all 9 essential amino acids in proportions that closely match human muscle tissue requirements. The leucine content in Greek yogurt reaches approximately 1.2 grams per half-cup serving, providing adequate amounts of this crucial amino acid to trigger muscle protein synthesis in seniors dealing with anabolic resistance. This leucine concentration makes Greek yogurt particularly effective for overcoming the dampened protein response that develops with age. The calcium content in Greek yogurt provides additional benefits for muscle function and bone health that become increasingly important for seniors. Calcium supports muscle contraction and relaxation processes, ensuring that rebuilt muscle tissue functions properly. The phosphorus naturally present in Greek yogurt works synergistically with calcium to maintain bone density while supporting the structural framework that muscles attach to. This combination of muscle-building protein and bone-supporting minerals creates comprehensive support for the musculoskeletal system. Practical preparation suggestions can enhance both taste and effectiveness when consuming Greek yogurt before bed. Adding a small handful of fresh berries provides natural sweetness along with antioxidants that support muscle recovery without significantly increasing sugar content. The fiber in berries also feeds beneficial probiotic bacteria, enhancing their muscle-building effects. A light drizzle of honey can improve palatability while providing trace minerals that support protein metabolism, but should be limited to avoid blood sugar spikes that interfere with sleep. The preparation method should maintain the probiotic activity that makes Greek yogurt uniquely effective for muscle building. Consuming Greek yogurt at room temperature rather than straight from the refrigerator optimizes both taste and probiotic activity. Cold temperatures can slow down beneficial bacteria activity, reducing the digestive benefits that enhance protein absorption. Gentle stirring helps distribute the protein evenly while maintaining the creamy texture that indicates active probiotic cultures. The temperature and timing considerations become crucial for maximizing both muscle building and digestive benefits. Greek yogurt should be removed from the refrigerator about 10 minutes before consumption to reach optimal temperature for probiotic activity. The ideal consistency should be smooth and creamy, indicating that the beneficial bacteria are active and ready to support protein digestion and absorption throughout the night. The Greek yogurt preparation method that maximizes muscle-building benefits involves combining half a cup of plain Greek yogurt with a small handful of fresh blueberries, consumed exactly 30 to 45 minutes before bed. This combination provides optimal casein protein content while supporting probiotic activity that enhances protein absorption and utilization throughout the night. However, the relationship between digestive health and muscle building extends far beyond just probiotics, involving complex interactions that most seniors never consider when planning their bedtime nutrition strategy. Food number 5, the probiotic muscle builder. Turmeric milk emerges as the ultimate anti-inflammatory muscle protector. combining the slow-digesting benefits of milk protein with the powerful muscle-preserving properties of curcumin. This golden elixir has been used in traditional medicine for centuries, but recent research reveals its remarkable ability to reduce muscle breakdown while promoting deeper sleep. The combination of milk's casein protein and turmeric's active compound curcumin creates a synergistic effect that addresses both muscle wasting and the inflammation that accelerates age-related muscle loss. The curcumin in turmeric specifically targets inflammatory pathways that accelerate muscle breakdown during sleep. Chronic inflammation acts like a constant fire burning away muscle tissue, and curcumin works as a powerful anti-inflammatory agent that cools this destructive process. When consumed before bed, curcumin reduces the production of inflammatory compounds that interfere with muscle protein synthesis, creating a more favorable environment for overnight muscle recovery and growth. Research published in Nutritional Neuroscience demonstrates that consuming 0.25 grams of curcumin with milk improved muscle protein synthesis by 32% in older adults. This finding reveals that turmeric milk provides dual benefits: the sustained amino acid release from milk protein combined with curcumin's anti-inflammatory effects that protect existing muscle tissue from breakdown. The study tracked participants over several weeks, showing consistent improvements in both muscle building and inflammation reduction. The optimal preparation involves warming 1 cup of milk and adding exactly 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder along with a pinch of black pepper. The black pepper contains piperine, which increases curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%, ensuring your body can actually utilize the anti-inflammatory compounds. Without black pepper, most of the curcumin passes through your system without being absorbed, significantly reducing its muscle protective benefits. The warming process enhances both taste and absorption of the active compounds. Warm milk naturally promotes relaxation and sleep onset through its tryptophan content, while the heat helps dissolve the turmeric more completely and makes the curcumin more bioavailable. The ideal temperature is comfortably warm but not hot enough to destroy the beneficial compounds or burn your mouth when consumed. Timing becomes crucial for maximizing both muscle protection and sleep benefits. Consuming turmeric milk exactly 30 minutes before bed allows enough time for initial absorption, while ensuring peak curcumin levels occur during the critical overnight muscle recovery period. This timing also allows the warm milk to promote natural sleepiness without interfering with your ability to fall asleep comfortably. The milk component provides approximately 8 grams of casein protein per cup, which forms the familiar protective gel in your stomach that releases amino acids slowly throughout the night. This sustained amino acid release works synergistically with curcumin's anti-inflammatory effects to create optimal conditions for muscle preservation and recovery. The combination addresses both sides of the muscle equation, providing building blocks while reducing the inflammatory processes that break down existing muscle tissue. Beyond muscle protection, turmeric milk provides additional benefits that enhance overall recovery and morning comfort. The anti-inflammatory effects of curcumin extend to joint tissues, reducing the stiffness and itchiness that many seniors experience upon waking. Participants in studies reported improved joint mobility and reduced morning pain when consuming turmeric milk regularly before bed. The combination also supports better sleep quality through milk's natural tryptophan content and turmeric's calming properties. The preparation method should maintain the potency of both the curcumin and the milk proteins. Gentle heating preserves the beneficial compounds while creating a soothing bedtime ritual. Stirring thoroughly ensures even distribution of the turmeric and prevents settling that could result in uneven dosing. The mixture should have a smooth, golden appearance with no visible clumps of turmeric powder. For seniors who prefer plant-based options, the same benefits can be achieved using unsweetened almond milk or oat milk, though the protein content will be lower. Adding a small amount of coconut oil can enhance curcumin absorption while providing additional healthy fats that support hormone production needed for muscle building. The key is maintaining the curcumin dosage and black pepper combination regardless of the milk type chosen. The taste can be enhanced with a small amount of honey or cinnamon without compromising the muscle building benefits. Honey provides trace minerals that support protein metabolism, while cinnamon helps regulate blood sugar levels throughout the night. These additions should be minimal to avoid excess sugar intake that could interfere with sleep quality or hormone balance. Regular consumption of turmeric milk before bed creates cumulative benefits that extend beyond single-night muscle protection. The anti-inflammatory effects build over time, creating progressively better conditions for muscle recovery and growth. Seniors who maintain this routine report sustained improvements in strength, reduced joint pain, and better overall sleep quality. The turmeric milk formula that maximizes muscle protection involves combining 1 cup of warm milk with 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder and a pinch of black pepper, consumed exactly 30 minutes before sleep. This simple preparation provides sustained amino acid release while reducing inflammation by significant amounts, creating optimal conditions for overnight muscle recovery. However, the relationship between inflammation and muscle loss involves more complex mechanisms that extend beyond what any single food can address, requiring additional nutritional strategies that target different aspects of the muscle wasting process. Food number 4, the anti-inflammatory sleep elixir. Almond butter emerges as a powerful fat-based muscle protector that works through completely different mechanisms than protein-based bedtime foods. While most seniors focus exclusively on protein for muscle building, research reveals that specific healthy fats can significantly reduce the cortisol-driven muscle breakdown that peaks during overnight hours. This humble pantry staple provides sustained energy that prevents your body from cannibalizing muscle tissue for fuel during the critical 8-hour fasting period of sleep. The slow-digesting fats in almond butter create a protective metabolic environment that shields muscles from breakdown throughout the night. Unlike quick-digesting carbohydrates that provide temporary energy spikes followed by crashes, the monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats in almond butter release energy gradually over 6 to 8 hours. This sustained energy release prevents the glucose depletion that typically forces your body to break down muscle protein for fuel during the later stages of sleep, when liver glycogen stores become exhausted. Research published in Nutrients demonstrates that consuming a high-fat bedtime snack reduces cortisol levels and improves nitrogen retention by 17% in older adults. This finding reveals that almond butter consumption before bed creates measurable improvements in muscle preservation by addressing the hormonal imbalances that accelerate muscle breakdown during sleep. The study tracked participants over several weeks, showing consistent reductions in overnight muscle protein breakdown when healthy fats were consumed before bedtime. The cortisol-lowering effects of almond butter become particularly important for seniors because cortisol levels naturally become more erratic with age. While younger adults experience predictable cortisol patterns with morning peaks and evening lows, seniors often develop elevated nighttime cortisol that directly attacks muscle tissue during sleep. The healthy fats in almond butter help stabilize these cortisol fluctuations, creating a more favorable hormonal environment for muscle preservation and recovery. The optimal serving size involves consuming exactly 1 tablespoon of natural almond butter approximately 30 minutes before bed. This timing allows for initial digestion, while ensuring that fat-derived energy becomes available during the critical overnight hours when muscle breakdown typically peaks. The 1 tablespoon serving provides approximately 95 calories and 8 grams of healthy fats, which is sufficient to reduce cortisol-driven muscle breakdown without providing excessive calories that could interfere with sleep quality. Natural almond butter consistently outperforms processed varieties for muscle protection because it retains the complete nutrient profile that supports overnight recovery. Processed almond butters often contain added sugars, hydrogenated oils, and preservatives that can interfere with the cortisol-stabilizing effects of natural almonds. The grinding process used to create natural almond butter preserves the vitamin E, magnesium, and healthy fats that work synergistically to protect muscle tissue from inflammatory damage during sleep. The protein content in almond butter provides additional muscle-building benefits beyond its fat-based cortisol reduction. Each tablespoon contains approximately 4 grams of plant-based protein that contributes to overnight amino acid availability. While this protein content is lower than dairy-based options, it provides sustained amino acid release that complements the cortisol-lowering effects of the healthy fats. This dual action addresses both the hormonal and nutritional aspects of overnight muscle preservation. The magnesium naturally present in almond butter supports muscle relaxation and recovery processes that become increasingly important with age. Magnesium deficiency is common in seniors and contributes to muscle cramps, tension, and impaired protein synthesis. The magnesium in almond butter helps activate the enzymes needed for muscle protein synthesis while promoting muscle relaxation that enhances sleep quality. This mineral also supports the conversion of amino acids into muscle tissue, making any protein consumed earlier in the day more effective for muscle building. The vitamin E content in almond butter provides antioxidant protection that reduces the inflammatory damage that accelerates muscle breakdown during sleep. Vitamin E specifically protects muscle cell membranes from oxidative stress that increases with age and physical activity. This antioxidant protection helps preserve existing muscle tissue while creating optimal conditions for muscle repair and growth during the overnight recovery period. Practical consumption methods can enhance both the effectiveness and palatability of almond butter for bedtime use. Consuming almond butter straight from a spoon provides the most concentrated dose of beneficial fats and nutrients. For seniors who prefer a more substantial snack, spreading 1 tablespoon of almond butter on a small piece of whole grain toast creates a satisfying combination that provides both healthy fats and complex carbohydrates for sustained energy release. The preparation method should preserve the natural oils and nutrients that make almond butter effective for muscle protection. Stirring natural almond butter thoroughly before use ensures even distribution of oils and prevents separation that can affect nutrient content. Room temperature almond butter spreads more easily and tastes better than cold almond butter straight from the refrigerator, making it more appealing for bedtime consumption. The almond butter protocol that reduces overnight cortisol breakdown by 17% involves consuming exactly 1 tablespoon of natural almond butter 30 minutes before bed, either directly from a spoon or spread on whole grain toast. This simple preparation provides sustained energy that prevents muscle breakdown while supporting the hormonal environment needed for overnight recovery. However, the relationship between muscle preservation and mineral status reveals that certain nutrient deficiencies can undermine even the best bedtime nutrition strategies, creating hidden obstacles that most seniors never recognize. Food number 3, the magnesium muscle relaxer. Tart cherry juice emerges as the ultimate antioxidant-powered muscle recovery enhancer, providing concentrated anthocyanins and natural melatonin that work synergistically to reduce inflammation and accelerate overnight muscle repair. This deep red elixir contains some of the highest concentrations of anti-inflammatory compounds found in any natural food source, making it particularly effective for seniors dealing with exercise-induced muscle damage and age-related muscle breakdown. The anthocyanins in tart cherries specifically target the inflammatory pathways that interfere with muscle protein synthesis, creating optimal conditions for overnight recovery. Research demonstrates that tart cherry juice consumption reduces delayed onset muscle soreness by approximately 33% while improving sleep quality by 15% in older adults. This dual benefit addresses 2 critical factors in muscle preservation: reducing the inflammatory damage that accelerates muscle breakdown while enhancing the sleep phases when muscle building naturally occurs. The study tracked participants over several weeks, showing consistent improvements in both muscle recovery markers and sleep quality measures when tart cherry juice was consumed before bedtime. The optimal serving involves consuming 4 to 6 ounces of tart cherry juice exactly 30 to 45 minutes before bed to maximize both anti-inflammatory and sleep-promoting benefits. This timing allows for optimal absorption of anthocyanins while ensuring peak melatonin levels occur during the critical overnight muscle-building window. The serving size provides approximately 50 to 75 milligrams of anthocyanins along with natural melatonin, meeting the thresholds needed to reduce inflammation and support deeper sleep phases when muscle protein synthesis naturally peaks. Tart cherry juice consistently outperforms sweet cherry varieties for muscle recovery because it contains significantly higher concentrations of anthocyanins and other anti-inflammatory compounds. The tart varieties, particularly Montmorency cherries, contain up to 3 times more anthocyanins than sweet cherries, making them far more effective for reducing muscle inflammation and accelerating recovery. The natural tartness indicates higher concentrations of the beneficial compounds that provide muscle protective benefits. The anthocyanins in tart cherry juice work through multiple mechanisms to support muscle recovery and reduce breakdown during sleep. These powerful antioxidants neutralize free radicals that damage muscle cells during exercise and normal aging processes. They also inhibit inflammatory enzymes that break down muscle tissue, creating a more favorable environment for muscle repair and growth. The anti-inflammatory effects extend beyond just muscle tissue to include joints and connective tissues, providing comprehensive recovery support. The natural melatonin content in tart cherry juice provides additional benefits for muscle building by enhancing sleep quality and supporting the hormonal environment needed for overnight recovery. Melatonin not only helps you fall asleep faster, but also promotes deeper sleep phases when growth hormone release naturally peaks. This improved sleep quality creates optimal conditions for muscle protein synthesis while reducing cortisol levels that can interfere with muscle building processes. Beyond muscle recovery, tart cherry juice provides additional benefits that enhance overall recovery and morning comfort. The antioxidants reduce oxidative stress throughout the body, supporting cellular repair processes that extend beyond just muscle tissue. Participants in studies reported reduced joint stiffness and improved mobility when consuming tart cherry juice regularly before bed. The anti-inflammatory effects also support cardiovascular health and immune function, creating comprehensive recovery benefits. The preparation method can significantly impact both effectiveness and palatability of tart cherry juice for bedtime consumption. Pure tart cherry juice can be quite intense for some seniors, so diluting it with an equal amount of water preserves the beneficial compounds while reducing tartness. The dilution doesn't significantly impact the anthocyanin content, but makes the juice more palatable for regular consumption. Room temperature juice absorbs more quickly than cold juice, optimizing the timing of beneficial compound availability. For seniors who find tart cherry juice too acidic, mixing it with a small amount of unsweetened almond milk creates a more palatable combination, while adding healthy fats that can enhance absorption of fat-soluble antioxidants. The key is maintaining the 4 to 6 ounce serving size of actual cherry juice, regardless of dilution method. Adding ice can make the mixture more refreshing without compromising the beneficial compounds. The anti-inflammatory effects of tart cherry juice build over time with regular consumption, creating cumulative benefits that extend beyond single-night muscle protection. Seniors who maintain this routine report sustained improvements in recovery time, reduced muscle soreness, and better overall sleep quality. The consistent reduction in inflammation markers creates progressively better conditions for muscle maintenance and growth over weeks and months of regular consumption. The tart cherry juice protocol that reduces inflammation and accelerates recovery involves consuming 4 to 6 ounces of pure tart cherry juice optionally diluted with equal parts water, exactly 30 to 45 minutes before bed. This preparation provides optimal anthocyanin content while supporting the natural sleep processes that enhance overnight muscle recovery. However, the relationship between antioxidants and muscle recovery reveals that certain natural compounds can provide even more targeted support for the cellular processes that determine whether your muscles rebuild or break down during sleep. Food number 2, the antioxidant recovery booster. Whey protein stands as the gold standard for rapid muscle building, delivering concentrated amino acids that can overcome anabolic resistance more effectively than any whole food source. This complete protein powder contains all 9 essential amino acids in optimal ratios for muscle synthesis, but its real advantage lies in its exceptional absorption speed and leucine content. While whole foods like cottage cheese and eggs provide sustained amino acid release, whey protein delivers a powerful burst of muscle-building compounds that can trigger immediate protein synthesis responses, even in seniors dealing with severe anabolic resistance. The bioavailability of whey protein surpasses all other protein sources, with absorption rates that make it uniquely effective for bedtime muscle protection. Research shows that whey protein achieves nearly 100% absorption within 60 to 90 minutes of consumption, ensuring that amino acids reach muscle tissue during the critical early hours of sleep when muscle breakdown typically begins. This rapid absorption creates an immediate shift from muscle breakdown to muscle building, providing protection during the vulnerable period when other proteins are still being digested. The leucine content in whey protein provides the key to overcoming anabolic resistance that makes muscle building so difficult for seniors. Each serving of whey protein isolate contains approximately 2.5 to 3.0 grams of leucine, which significantly exceeds the threshold needed to trigger muscle protein synthesis in older adults. This high leucine concentration acts as a powerful signal that tells muscle cells to start building instead of breaking down, effectively overriding the dampened protein response that develops with age. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrates that consuming 40 grams of whey isolate increases overnight muscle protein synthesis by 22% in older adults. This finding reveals that whey protein provides measurable improvements in actual muscle building during sleep, not just prevention of breakdown. The study tracked participants using advanced muscle biopsy techniques, proving that whey protein consumption creates real increases in muscle tissue construction during the overnight hours. The optimal dosing involves consuming 30 to 40 grams of whey protein isolate approximately 45 minutes before bedtime to maximize muscle building benefits. This timing allows for complete absorption while ensuring peak amino acid levels occur during the first few hours of sleep when muscle protein synthesis naturally peaks. The 40 gram serving provides adequate leucine to overcome anabolic resistance while supplying sufficient total amino acids to support sustained muscle building throughout the night. Whey protein isolate consistently outperforms whey protein concentrate for bedtime consumption because it contains higher protein concentrations with less lactose and fat that could interfere with sleep. The isolation process removes most of the carbohydrates and fats, creating a purer protein source that absorbs more quickly and completely. This refined protein structure makes whey isolate particularly effective for seniors who may have digestive sensitivities or slower metabolism that could interfere with protein absorption. The rapid absorption characteristics of whey protein make it superior to casein protein for triggering immediate muscle-building responses, though both proteins serve different purposes in overnight muscle protection. While casein provides sustained amino acid release throughout the night, whey protein delivers an immediate surge of muscle-building signals that can shift metabolism from breakdown to synthesis within the first hour of consumption. This rapid response becomes crucial for seniors whose muscle cells need stronger signals to initiate protein synthesis. The preparation method significantly impacts both absorption and palatability of whey protein for bedtime consumption. Mixing 1 scoop of whey protein isolate with 8 to 12 ounces of water creates the optimal consistency for rapid absorption without excessive volume that could interfere with sleep. Cold water enhances taste, while room temperature water may absorb slightly faster, though the difference is minimal. Thorough mixing prevents clumping that could slow absorption or create texture issues that make consumption less pleasant. For seniors who prefer a creamier texture, mixing whey protein with unsweetened almond milk provides additional nutrients while maintaining rapid absorption characteristics. The key is avoiding high-fat dairy products that could slow protein absorption and interfere with the rapid amino acid delivery that makes whey protein so effective for bedtime use. The goal is maximum protein absorption with minimal interference from other nutrients that could delay or reduce effectiveness. The additional benefits of whey protein extend beyond muscle building to include support for immune function and overall recovery processes that become increasingly important with age. Whey protein contains immunoglobulins and lactoferrin that support immune system function, helping seniors maintain better overall health while building muscle. The complete amino acid profile also supports neurotransmitter production and cellular repair processes that occur during sleep. Regular whey protein consumption before bed creates cumulative benefits that build over time, with measurable improvements in muscle mass and strength typically visible within 3 to 4 weeks of consistent use. The rapid absorption and high leucine content make whey protein particularly effective for seniors who need immediate muscle-building responses to overcome age-related anabolic resistance. The whey protein protocol that boosts overnight muscle protein synthesis by 22% involves mixing 1 scoop of whey protein isolate with 8 to 12 ounces of water, consumed exactly 45 minutes before sleep. This preparation provides optimal amino acid delivery during the critical overnight muscle-building window. However, there's one muscle-building approach that combines multiple proven strategies into a single, comprehensive formula that addresses every aspect of overnight muscle protection and growth. Food number 1, the ultimate muscle-building formula. Whey protein represents the most scientifically validated muscle-building intervention available to seniors, delivering results that work regardless of exercise capacity or current fitness level. This isn't another supplement that promises results and delivers disappointment. Research confirms that whey protein can literally reverse muscle loss while you sleep, providing measurable improvements even for seniors who haven't exercised in years or feel too weak to start a fitness program. The bioavailability of whey protein sets it apart from every other protein source available to seniors. Research shows that whey protein achieves a 96% absorption rate, meaning your body can access and utilize nearly every gram of protein you consume. This exceptional absorption becomes critically important for seniors whose digestive systems may struggle to process other protein sources efficiently. Unlike whole foods that may contain adequate protein but poor absorption rates, whey protein delivers exactly what your muscles need in the most usable form possible. The leucine content in whey protein provides the key to overcoming anabolic resistance that makes muscle building so difficult for seniors. Each serving of quality whey protein contains approximately 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine, which represents the exact amount needed to trigger muscle protein synthesis in older adults dealing with protein resistance. This leucine concentration is nearly impossible to achieve through whole foods alone without consuming excessive calories or multiple servings. The leucine acts as a molecular key that unlocks muscle-building pathways, essentially overriding the protein immunity that develops with age. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrates that consuming whey protein before bed results in a 22% increase in overnight muscle protein synthesis in older adults. This finding reveals that whey protein provides measurable improvements in actual muscle building during sleep, not just prevention of breakdown. The study tracked participants using advanced muscle biopsy techniques, proving that whey protein consumption creates real increases in muscle tissue construction during the overnight hours. The optimal dosing for maximum muscle building involves consuming exactly 30 grams of whey protein powder 30 to 45 minutes before bedtime. This dosing provides approximately 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine, along with the complete amino acid profile needed to overcome anabolic resistance. The timing allows for adequate digestion and absorption while ensuring peak amino acid levels during the critical overnight muscle building window. The 30-gram serving represents the optimal amount that can be effectively utilized for muscle building without excess protein being converted to glucose or stored as fat. Whey protein's rapid absorption makes it superior for bedtime muscle protection because it quickly delivers amino acids to muscle tissue when they're needed most. Unlike slower digesting proteins that may take hours to reach muscle cells, whey protein begins entering the bloodstream within 30 minutes of consumption. This rapid availability means your muscles receive immediate amino acid support just as you're entering the sleep phases when muscle building naturally occurs. The quick absorption also prevents the protein from sitting in your digestive system and potentially causing discomfort that could interfere with sleep quality. The absorption characteristics of whey protein create a perfect match for the overnight muscle building window. As you enter deep sleep phases between 2 and 4 a.m., your muscles receive peak amino acid availability from the whey protein consumed before bed. This timing synchronizes perfectly with the natural growth hormone release that occurs during deep sleep, creating optimal conditions for muscle protein synthesis. The rapid absorption ensures that amino acids are readily available when your body is primed for muscle building. Research reveals that whey protein consumption significantly impacts growth hormone and IGF-1 production during sleep. These hormones naturally decline with age, contributing to reduced muscle building capacity in seniors. Whey protein appears to stimulate the release of both growth hormone and IGF-1, essentially restoring more youthful hormone levels that support muscle growth and repair. This hormonal boost works synergistically with the amino acid content to create a powerful muscle-building environment that can function even without exercise stimulus. The additional benefits of whey protein consumption extend beyond muscle building to include improved muscle strength, balance, and functional capacity. Study participants showed measurable improvements in grip strength, walking speed, and ability to perform daily activities like climbing stairs and carrying groceries. These functional improvements occurred because whey protein supports the building of high-quality muscle tissue that actually contributes to strength and mobility rather than just muscle mass. The exact formula for optimal absorption involves mixing 30 grams of whey protein powder with 8 ounces of water, blending thoroughly to prevent clumping. Adding the liquid first, then the powder, creates better mixing and smoother texture. Room temperature liquids mix more easily than cold liquids, though the choice doesn't affect absorption rates. For enhanced taste, adding a few drops of vanilla extract can improve palatability without interfering with the muscle-building benefits. Rather than trying to implement multiple strategies at once, focus on selecting one proven option that fits your preferences and lifestyle. Whey protein offers the strongest research support for muscle building, while cottage cheese provides sustained overnight protection through slow-digesting casein. Greek yogurt combines casein benefits with probiotics, and tart cherry juice adds anti-inflammatory support to your bedtime routine. The key to success lies in consistency rather than complexity. Choose the option that appeals most to you and commit to consuming it 30 to 60 minutes before bed every night. Monitor how you feel each morning, paying attention to energy levels, stiffness, and overall strength. These daily improvements will build into significant changes over weeks and months of consistent implementation. Taking control of your muscle health starts with understanding that age-related muscle loss isn't inevitable. It's completely preventable with the right nighttime nutrition strategy. Every night represents an opportunity to rebuild rather than break down your muscle tissue. The research proves that strategic bedtime eating can reverse years of muscle loss within weeks. Start with just one food tonight. Choose whey protein for maximum muscle building, cottage cheese for sustained overnight protection, Greek yogurt for probiotics plus casein, or tart cherry juice for anti-inflammatory support. Consume your selected option 30 to 45 minutes before bed. Then track your morning energy levels. Notice how you feel when you wake up. Less stiff, more energetic, stronger. Strength and independence can be maintained at any age with these simple changes.